Welcome back, internet friends. I have a amazing video for you today, and it's shared to me by a local there. She wants to stay anonymous, so I just want to tell her thank you so much for sending me this footage. And this footage will include the Millbrook Falls that we spoke about in our previous video. The falls are a place where Daniel fishes, maybe fished, I don't know. But it was on his old Facebook page. He was responding to his uncle who fished there as well, it seemed like. We spoke about it in our last video. If you want to catch up on that, feel free to do so. So this is the perimeter that the RCMP searched, that everybody searched for Jack and Lilly. Now, the Millbrook Falls would fall a little bit above that perimeter, just a little bit out of that perimeter. And you could see here the blue line, the dark blue line to the right. That would be the quickest way by vehicle to get there. Now, you can also get there by going Landsdowne Road, which has a yellow line showing you how you could go around that way. Now, those little yellow dots are where the blanket and the boot prints were found. And I will be showing you where she took some video footage of that area as well. Now, we will be showing you some of the graveyard sites around in the area. There's one in particular that is very old called the Pioneer Cemetery. It's very secluded, just like the Millbrook Falls is. But stay tuned and make sure you are subscribed. That way you get my notifications. Now, what you're looking at here is a picture from Daniel's Facebook page. And I believe this is around 2016 or 2017 when he wrote something to his uncle saying, the water is very low. Well, here's a recent picture from my friend, and you could see that the water is still low. And right now it's fall, so there's a lot of leaves on the ground. And Canada or Nova Scotia was under a fire ban, so I believe that's been lifted now, from what I understand. But still, not much water there right now. Now, here's a better look of the surrounding areas where she's showing basically how it's very secluded, very hard to find these falls. So now I'm sure if she had an ATV, it'd be easier for her to find, because it seems like anywhere that you need to get in this area, if you have an ATV, it's pretty accessible, in my opinion, just from looking at all this footage. Now she's making her way to the falls here. It looks like maybe like a deer track or something, maybe where the locals go into the falls. She said there's a couple different ways of getting into the Millbrook Falls, and it's very steep, she said, and it would be very hard for two little children to get down there, especially if you're not wearing the right shoes to get in there. But I'm sure somebody that is more experienced, like Daniel, his uncles, people that live in the area, can find it pretty easy to get in there. So here is another trail. Looks like maybe from deer or from locals that have went into the falls. And it's really steep here, guys. She ends up using her dog's leash to help her balance herself to get in or to get down in there. So, but I'm just curious though. It is right out of the search perimeter, and it is a place where Daniel visited. Did he take the kids here at one point? I don't know, because we heard that they went for walks in the woods. Now, walking there from their home on 1407 would be quite a ways. It's 11 miles, I believe, give or take a little bit, to get there by a vehicle. But using an ATV, it's easier access. Now, walking those ATV trails, maybe a little bit quicker as well. I don't know. But it is very steep in there. The water is very low, as you can see. But there is more water than mud, it looks like, as we remember in that odd statement that was made from Daniel. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I definitely think it's an area of interest. Even in the surrounding areas around this. Why do I think this? Just my opinion and my speculation. Because on Thursday, they did drive this way home. And they did pass this area. If they took the route that it shows on Malaya's GPS. So this would be totally accessible from the way they took home. Now here I'm showing you some new signs that were put up. And I believe that Malaya's family put these up. Why do I believe that? Because of what I spotted in the upper right-hand corner and down below. It's MMIWG. Stands for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Children, Family. So there is a YouTube channel that posts for missing Indigenous people. You can spot that as well. You can find that here on YouTube. I actually checked it out and subscribed to them last night. Told them thank you. Now, I don't know for a fact if Malaya's family put these up, but it also does say the RCMP's information as well, if anybody knows or hears anything about Jack and Lilly. But this is the full description of what the MMIWG stands for. So I thought it was very interesting and wanted to share that with you. It's really interesting to read. Now, here again is just a closer up picture of the poster that was put up for Jack and Lilly. Now I am bringing you to another part of, I believe it's the pipeline, she said. Now, this isn't the part off the Landsdowne Road, but she's making her way there now. She's more closer to the Pioneer Cemetery, which I'm going to show you here shortly. And you can see that there are tracks here in just a moment from people being out there with their ATVs. Here you are right here, the tracks. So these are used. I mean, there's so many trails, guys. When I heard there were so many ATV trails and stuff, I thought of a few, but they're everywhere. They're everywhere. You can go pretty much, in my opinion, anybody that lives out there probably has an ATV. That's easy access for anybody, right? But, she even mentions here in this video that looking for Jack and Lilly is like looking for a needle in a haystack with all this. And she's right. She's absolutely 100% right. And there's so much woods. But this right here, this is footage of the Pioneer Cemetery. And there's her sweet dog, so cute. But it's the New Lairg Pioneer Cemetery, and it's just beautiful in there. She said it's not hardly anything around there. It's very secluded. She didn't see, any cameras or anything like that. And why am I bringing up cemeteries? And this is just my speculation. If somebody wanted to hide bodies or something like that, well, what better place to do it than a cemetery? Think about it. You'd have to look for dug up ground, disturbed ground in this area. It'd be pretty hard to identify. You know what I mean? It'd be pretty actually easy to identify any disturbed ground. I guess. If they didn't search up here, in the beginning and then, hid them later. I don't know, guys. Not hid them later, but if they didn't search up here and their bodies were here, you couldn't even tell now because the grass and stuff would have already grown up. Things grow rapidly in the Northeast in the spring and summertime. It's only 4 or 5 months for stuff to grow up there until it's cold again. But till the seasons start, their cycle's over. But yeah, this is now this here actually, This one here, I believe, is the St. Andrews. And I want you to look at this in just a moment. See that last name right there? Remember that last name? That is from somebody on Malaya's family side. When she showed me that, I was like, oh my gosh. So it seems like there's a lot of Martells, Mackenzies, Getty's names up there. So I just thought I'd show you guys that. But yeah, so, she's showing us some footage from, I believe it's the St. Andrews. But here's another shot. This is the pipeline trail again. Now it's not, I don't believe this is the one over on the Landsdowne Road, but I could be wrong. But there is one clip coming up where it looks like she's standing in the same spot where the blanket was found, because there's ribbons and stuff like that on the trees. And the tree looks exactly the same, because there was the pine tree and it had like another tree kind of like in the middle of it. But here is where I believe the blanket was found. I was matching it up with Daniel's video that he was showing and Janie's video, and it looks to be about the same, like right here. If you look closely in one of these shots, you can see some ribbons still on the trees. But she said that, see, there's a ribbon right through there. But she said that there wasn't too many ribbons that she could see. I guess they had been taken down or maybe blew off, tore down. Who knows, guys? But she said there wasn't too many on the tree still. But she's just kind of walking through this area here. And like I said before, easily accessed by ATVs. So have an ATV, you can go anywhere out there, right? But here's another shot of it here. And in just a moment, she is going to show the Landsdowne Road again, and show the Martells area. So this is, okay, so this is the Landsdowne Road right here. And then I'm not too sure what that sign is on the right-hand side. It looks like somebody running. Like, I don't know. I don't think we have that in the U.S., but if you guys know what that is, comment below. I'm curious to know what kind of sign it looks like. Watch out for running people, But this is the Landsdowne Road, and she's showing the areas here. Here's some ribbons here where the blanket looks to be found. So it looks exactly like what Daniel posted. So anyways, so these are new trespassing signs that have been put up all down, she said, Landsdowne Road and the Gairloch Road, because I'm sure people had been going on their property in search for Jack and Lilly. So they don't want anybody on their property. So this is just, I believe she said it was the Martells' driveway or going by their house. So, but here's another cemetery that is close by as well. And I was looking into, maybe she knows a little bit about that. But these are all the areas that she went through. She pinpointed them for me to show you guys. But what do you guys think about this? It's great footage, right? Like, it gives you more of a perspective on like the area that they had to search and they had to look through. It's a lot, guys. It's definitely a lot. And even in May, even though, the foliage wasn't on all the trees yet, it was already starting to grow a lot. Because sometimes they can still get snow in May. Like here in upstate, like we get snow in May. It's, just how it is when you live up in the Northeast. I appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch the video. And I appreciate my friend for sharing this amazing footage with me. It gives us a better perspective of what it looks like out there. And why would two children just run around out there in the middle of nowhere? All right, guys, have a great day and thanks for watching.